estate industry. People are scared. Just as I said, somebody called me, real estate people, they are scam, this, blah, because of their past experience.
Yes.
What are those things people misunderstood about real estate?
Firstly, I would say get rich quick. There is that perception
Yeah.
that you just it's like a get rich quick sort of thing. You just put your money, and tomorrow you get double the money
Money.
or something like that. So a lot of people go into real estate with that
That's
mindset.
mindset.
So you find people that don't have any prior
Yes.
experience or any knowledge on it, but they've just heard that, oh, there is money in real estate, and they just take how much whatever they have, put it in, expecting that they get maybe some return the next day. It's absolutely far from that. You have to do every due diligence possible. You have to go through every right channel, cutting any corner in real estate, because whatever you do wrong, especially if you think, okay, let me just do this, maybe build to somebody, whatever risk that you're transferring
The
to
person.
that person. No, it's far from that.
All right. Let me draw this so that you get a clear view of what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say, if you are going into real estate as a business, as a developer, you want to develop and sell, you don't cut corners. I don't know, maybe you understand. You do things straight. You don't will problem to your prospective subscribers. You solve the problem, you sell valued property to them. On the other hand, probably you don't want to go into that stress of go and be developing. You want to invest into real estate. To be honest, I would say it's a good business. Somebody said, he said, when they said real estate investment, real estate is an investment you can see. It's not a stock somewhere that they said is failing. You just have in mind stock somewhere. This one, you see what you are investing on. You see is real. Is real estate. So if you actually, let me cite an example. You can get a property. Probably the as let me go. When you are selling your first project in this, and how much did you sell it? You sold for 60 million. That your first project. I know then. I think when I came in, you said you will give for 58, 60 million. Now that said property now, how much do you think that property will go for now?
That same property is going for the finished unit is going for 200 million.
Now 200 million naira. Now somebody bought it for 60 million naira. I don't know, maybe you understand advanced carcass. Maybe he spent like about 20 million to do the finishing. After finish 20 million, that is 80 million. Now it is between 3 years. After the finishing, you will see how the price will skyrocket. I don't know, maybe you understand. So real estate investment is not a mind thing. It's a real thing. So if you want to multiply your money, you want to fix your money somewhere and be seeing it, you just have to invest in real estate. So I'm actually calling our listeners out there. We are not just gainsaying. I've seen how property skyrocket. I've seen how the value of property skyrocketed. I've spoken with one. I've interviewed more than that gave us testimony of how they got a property and how much they are selling it now, how they do this and how much. The best place to keep money is not by buying cars.
Yeah.
It's not by buying clothes. It's by investing in real estate. So please, we are calling your attention. In as much that we are encouraging people that wants to come in as a rater, as a developer, we're also encouraging investors that want to invest. The best place to invest is real estate. Now, this will take me to the next question. As an engineer, I'm coming to you, sir, Mr. Jamil. As an engineer, how does your technical background give you an advantage in the real estate business? So, because you said something of, you said, for some people that doesn't have the knowledge. I know you have the knowledge. You've worked for one or two real estate firm. You work in a construction firm, and you have this background. I remember when I came into the house when you guys are doing some renovation in Alaji's house. You are the one spearheading it, and then we shared ideas and engineer. And I saw what you said. I know that you have a sound background in civil engineering, and you're not just a civil engineering by mouth. You are a registered and certified civil engineer. How has that helped you, giving an advantage in the real estate business?
Okay, so firstly, I would say mentorship. I have never downplayed the importance of mentorship. You know, even like you said, when we met, you said a few things to me, and to be honest, I don't play with any information or knowledge I get from experienced people around me. So, being an engineer, I meet engineers that have more experience than me. I learn from them, and I have tried to apply that in all the works I have been part of. Maybe there are things that I know that I would do to save some costs during the construction process that would not affect the integrity of the building, most importantly, because it, the our principles as engineers, the first thing is safety. So whatever I'm doing to maybe save cost in the construction, I don't play around with the safety and integrity of that building. So if somebody is to maybe someone that is not an engineer could, because we have people that are not engineers that do go on construction projects, and maybe a building that would cost them 50 million would end up costing them like 100 because of lack of
Of knowledge
the
about
technical know-how on that. So being an engineer really, really helped me
to maximize cost and the integrity of
yes.
the structure. You know why? While I started as a civil engineer, when I was practicing, if I'm building any house, if I see any form of crack,
Mm,
it gives me sleepless nights.
absolutely.
I want to find why,
Yeah.
what happened. I don't know, maybe understand. So
Yeah.
I do everything humanly possible, just as you said, to ensure that the structure you are erecting can last. You know, our watchword in civil engineering is you design to last. That
Yes.
is the motto of civil engineer. You design to last. So you have to design whatever you build it to last.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the most common property scam you've seen in Abuja? What are the Mr. Jamil? You are marketing now, but before you start marketing, you've seen, you've heard. What are? Can you cite a scenario of the most property scam in Abuja?
Okay, let me give an example. This
Yeah.
one even happened of recent. There's in Otaku here. There's a property we renovated. Did the renovation, did the works, everything done and all. The client said he wants to sell. He's no renting out again. He wants to sell the entire property. And I said, okay, put it up for sale and everything. We're there, we're trying to find
Clients.
customers, clients, and everything. Then lo and behold, one day, me and my boss, our MD, went to the said property and found people living in it for a property that the client has said he wants to sell. I asked the security guy there, how come there are people in this property, in a property that you know the client, which you have the number of the client, and he has said he wants to sell the entire property? How come you have people living in here? And I said, that it's a guy that came. She showed him. There's a man that works with the that will talk to for the client. Said the man showed him his number and said he can rent out the place. The security man now called the client and said, see what this guy said. Oh, the Mr. So has said that they can go on renting now. The man sent him just one message and said, come, this thing you're telling me is all a lie. The only thing I said is I'm selling off my property.
Then people are already staying.
People are already staying. We were standing right there with our boss. Then one woman now came with come and check for a house her husband has paid rent for. The woman now came. She greeted me. I greeted her back and all. You know how when you've paid for something and you
The
just walk in,
confidence,
the confidence. She just walked in, went upstairs to the apartment that
They
they had
rented.
paid for. The key, she put in the key. Door was not opening. She now asked the security guy like, "Come, I'm putting in my key and the door is not opening. What's happening?" Security man now said, "That is the owner of the owners of the house. They came and changed the lock." The woman said she does not understand. Owners of the house came and changed the lock after we've paid. Is it that they don't know? She now came down. She now said that she should wait and talk to my boss. My boss was like, me. I was the person that was giving contract to renovate house and sell house. I don't know anything about renting out house. Why are you telling her to talk to me about it? My boss now said, okay. Now told everyone that look, I'm an architect. I was given a contract to
Renovate.
renovate this house. And after renovation, the owner said he's not renting out again, he's selling. The owner said, but her husband has paid money for the rent of this
Oh.
property. He now said that truth be told, this property, nobody's renting it out. It's for sale. And apparently, they've collected money from like 4 other persons for that said property.
Proper.
My boss was perplexed, like, you know that this property is not for rent, it's for sale. Why would you do that? He was like, no, the guy came, Mr. Adamu told him that he could rent out the property and all. He said, when? And all. Before you know it, this woman called her husband, told her husband. Before you know what was happening, policemen just came, picked up the security
Security.
man. The security man now was now calling my boss. My boss should come and bail him. My boss said, doesn't concern you. There's nothing like bill here. You put yourself in this problem, get yourself out. That's your business.
Were they able to get the people that collected the money?
No. Till today, as I'm speaking to you today, they've not gotten the person that collected that money. He's gone.
All right. If you're listening, if you are to invest or rent or buy a property, you must know the owner before you give money out. I don't know, maybe you understand. And if anybody is posting as the owner, there should be a power of Anthony or power of Anthony, so a power of a letter of administrative letter to authorize you to sell that property or market that property. You know, some people sell house, one house for 2, 3, 4 persons. It's happening.
Yes.
And so you have to verify. In short, again, engineer mentioned willing trouble to maybe there is litigation on a land. You they just want to do is just to get money from you and just go. But to be honest, I've seen severally land. We've gotten land and we find out that there are 4 people on that said land. We've gotten land and find out that the document was not genuine. So we've been saying it in this our show, before you